Hi everyone, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another apartment renovation in The Sims 4. And this is actually the third apartment for our apartment week that we're doing here on the channel, and this one is another family apartment, but it's a little bit bigger than the family apartment that I did at the beginning of the week. So this apartment is actually 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and it's in the 19 Culpepper house apartment in the Spice District. And this is another apartment that I built for my current household save. So it's not an apartment that one of my Sims will be living in, but it's actually for some of the friends of one of my Sims. So one of my Sims, Dominic, actually has these two male friends called Ace and Mario, and they're actually married, and they recently had twin babies. I want to keep saying twin toddlers because I set up the rooms to be for toddlers, but basically they ended up having twins through the surrogate that they had. So they had they wanted to have babies. Obviously they're both very family oriented and they wanted to have a family, and they ended up having babies through a surrogate, and she actually ended up having twins. So they have little Cameron and Katie. And yeah, they're both kind of high up in their careers as well. So even though they're both very young still, they're still young adults, all of that stuff. They're not much older than my Sims. So in my head, I'm thinking they literally just got out of college, and I mean, they're fairly high up in their careers. So maybe they didn't just get out of college, but yeah, they're both fairly high up in their careers. Ace is actually an environmental manager, so think environmental activist kind of thing. And then Mario is actually a lawyer. So they do have fairly high paying careers, which is why this apartment isn't super budget restricted. It's still under 60,000 simoleons. I believe it's 59 something simoleons, so 59,000 something. So it's still under 60k, which is honestly, for a 3-bedroom apartment for 4 or more Sims, it's more than enough, I think. I mean, they, with their careers, they definitely have more than enough money to afford something like this. So yeah, it's not a budget apartment for the first time this week, but I wanted to go for something a little bit modern, mid-century. And in my head, what that means is basically a bunch of things from bowling night stuff, the Get Famous expansion pack, and a bunch of things from I almost said Get Together. It's not Get Together, it's Eco Lifestyle. A bunch of things from Eco Lifestyle. I ended up using a bunch of things from I keep wanting to say Get Together. Why? I don't think I used barely anything from Get Together in this build. But from Get Famous, Eco Lifestyle, and I also used quite a few things from Snowy Escape, just because it came in a lot of really nice darker wood swatches, which is the kind of wood that I was going for in this apartment. And honestly, just because that pack is still kind of new, and I do really love all of the items that came with it. So yeah, those are the 3 main expansions, or 3 main packs that I used. But I had a lot of fun with this. As you can probably tell, it's a little bit different from the styles that I normally do. I normally don't mix styles this much, with the more modern things from Eco Lifestyle and Snowy Escape, with the more mid-century type things from Bowling Night and Get Famous. I also ended up using quite a few things from Parenthood because, it is a family apartment, and I think I used quite a few things from Tiny Living, and maybe even Nifty Knitting for a few of the toys and stuff that will end up being in the kids room. But I do want to apologize as well. I just noticed this, but I do keep messing up what I'm trying to say, and I'm stumbling over my words a little bit more than usual. Probably because it's 12:30 at night. I'm really tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep. But also because I'm recording this voiceover right after the criminal apartment that I did for earlier in the week. And normally I don't record voiceovers back to back, which I don't know why I decided to do this, these 2 videos like this. Probably because, I kind of want to get them done for the week so that I can focus on other videos that I want to do. But anyway, not the best idea on my part to like record voiceovers right like back to back, because it never ends up going well. I always mess up something, and I have already restarted this voiceover twice, so I refuse to restart it again because I'm already like 5 minutes in and I'm not doing it again. So yeah, sorry if I mess up a little bit more than I usually would with like stumbling over my words. So yeah, just bear with me when it comes to that. But yeah, we've moved on to the master bedroom, and I did end up putting a punching bag in here because I believe it's Ace or Mario, I can't exactly remember, but one of them is quite active. They do have quite a high like fitness skills, so I wanted to have something in there for them to like blow off some steam. I figured that with twins and like with both of them still being babies, they probably don't have the time to go to the gym all that often, so I wanted to give them something in their house that they could be active with and get a little bit of exercise in if that's something that they want to do. And then, yeah, basically the master bedroom is fairly boring. My master bedrooms are always boring though. They always end up looking like a different variation of the same room. Just because, I don't know, I feel like we can't really add that much personality into a master bedroom for whatever reason. I always like doing like kids rooms and teenager rooms and toddler rooms because you can go kind of like crazy with decorating and bringing out their personal style, whereas doing something like that with a like master bedroom always feels like, you know, it's too childish, if that makes sense. But yeah, their master bedroom just follows like the color scheme of the rest of the house, which is like dark woods, blues and oranges, very like mid-century. I think that's why I kind of went for like the whole mid-century thing, is because I saw that blue swatch of the bowling night table, the dining table, and that color scheme was like the blue, the brown and the black, and then I thought orange would go well with it. I think that's why I ended up going with the whole like mid-century thing. But yeah, you'll see that we've moved on to the toddler's room, or one of them. This is actually Katie's room. And her room is actually, it's fairly like gender neutral, I would say. I think both of their rooms are fairly gender neutral. I tried my best to keep it gender neutral and not go like stereotypical blue is a boy's room and pink is a girl's room. And I wanted the toddler rooms to kind of fit with the rest of the colors in the place. So it's very like creams and a lot of brown as well, and I just wanted them to be like light and airy and like very nice and pleasant, because I do figure that the Sims, that Mario and like Ace would have set up these rooms before they knew what they were having. So I mean, I figured they would have set up these rooms, and then, you know, obviously they found out that they were having twins fairly early on, but they didn't know like the gender of the twins or anything like that, and they don't really want to like stereotype them and say, oh, you're a girl, so you're going to have a pink room. But yeah, so they didn't want to do something like that, so they wanted the rooms to be fairly gender neutral, so that as the kids grow up, they can kind of personalize them to whatever their like interests and stuff like that ends up being, so that, you know, they can decorate it as they grow up. So yeah, we have some very like gender neutral rooms. I will say though, Katie's room is a little bit lighter in colors than Cameron's room is. Her room is a little bit lighter, where I used a little bit of like lighter beige, and then Cameron's room I used a little bit of orange. So his room is a little bit more, I guess, kind of bright, and then her room is a little bit more subtle and like kind of light and airy feeling. So yeah, I really loved that. I haven't done a color scheme like this for any kid's room, I don't think, like ever. So having fun with like the colors and like all of the dark woods. I don't normally do dark woods in my like toddlers or even kids bedrooms, so having like the dark wood bed and the dresser and like little bookcase and everything like that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing around with that. And you'll notice that we haven't painted any of the walls in the apartment yet. I end up doing that last. I tried this out, you know, because I don't normally build like this. I tried furnishing it first and then picking the colors for the walls based on the furniture that I ended up going with, whereas usually I would do it the other way around. And I kind of like the way this turned out, because it allowed me to just play around with bed swatches and rugs and everything like that without thinking, oh, but this rug clashes with the walls. And I mean, I know in real life, you probably wouldn't think about something like that, especially in an apartment where you're like renting the place and you physically, usually you're not allowed to change the wall colors in apartments, like in real life. But in my head, you know, I wanted to match the walls to like the rug and the couch and the bed and everything else because I like matching stuff. That's just, it's one of my like weirdest quirks. I need to have every wood swatch matching in a house, and I need to have the walls that are color coordinated with the furniture. That's just the way my brain works. But anyway, we've moved on to the balcony, which means we're almost done with this build. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give the video a like, and if you're new to the channel and you'd like to see some more Sims content, feel free to hit the subscribe button, and remember to turn on the notification bell as well to be notified of whenever I upload a new video. Also, let me know if you enjoyed this like apartment build week. Let me know if it's something that you would like to see more of in the future, something like this with like apartment build week, or like maybe a tiny home week, or you know, something like that, because it's a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with this, so definitely let me know your guys' opinions on that. But like I said, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you're all having a great day, and I'll talk to you on my very next video. Bye everyone.